Yo, good morning everybody. Join me on, you know what, it's the bank holiday, it's the post-bank holiday, you know, like when it's like literally the Tuesday after the Monday, because that's how bank holidays work. Everyone has bank holiday Monday, and then you're back to work on Tuesday. No, it's absolutely like semi-ghost town, almost like mostly back to reality. But I thought, you know what I'll do right now, like one part of like the video progress is kind of like making sure that there's like some value that you can take from it in like a developing way. And one thing that I feel like I want to do is just do one long shot going to a charity shop and genuinely taking like a one long shot, going around it, figuring out the one I'm going to go into, which is going to be one around this corner, and basically going through as though I was you, if you're a reseller, what I'd pick up, why I'd pick it up, what its true value is, where you could sell it, and let's just see if this is something that you guys like. So hopefully the audio comes through all right on the charity shops. Hopefully it's not like one of them ones that there's like -5 people in there and I have to whisper, because it is very awkward when you're in a charity shop going, oh, you can sell this for £15, because believe it or not, it's not the most popular thing to be a reseller at a charity shop. There are still some interesting ethical boundaries where it sits, but I think that the ethical boundaries are completely obliterated by the sort of small business growth perspective. Bonkers getting delivered. Anyway, it's that one down there. I've not figured out how to point yet. Like, it's that one. Every time I point, it looks absolutely horror. So let's just go in and I'll show you. Let's do it. Now, one of the reasons donations live and one of the reasons I like this one is I actually know one of the guys that's in here that works in here. Hiya. Morning guys, you okay?
Yes, thank you.
Not too bad, thank you, my love. So yeah, we just have a little look in here. So starting the journey through, I would just always go to the menswear straight away. I mean, sometimes the shoes might catch my attention and I'll go to them. I'm not going to sell them, not going to get a bean for them. So let's just go through it slowly and surely and I'll show you. So quarter zips flat face, £5.50. I would actually probably miss that one just on the back foot that it's £5.50, but it's got a nice Sherpa fleece and it is a good brand to sell. G-Star £6. Now live streams, they're not as successful as you think, but it is a really nice item. It's just unfortunately it's something that you'd probably be better selling on eBay. I think G-Star hits better with the people who are of an older audience, so I'll keep stopping when we look. So these sort of tags I do always check out, so if ever I see one like that, I'll always just go and have a little look and see what the tag's like, and you can normally have quite a good gauge of like whether it's just made like 4 minutes ago or not. I think that is Sainsbury's. You have to be careful with the supermarket brands like George. Blue Harbour is Marks and Spencer's, but it's not a part of like St. Michael's. It's not a part of like their good valuable range. Now John Lewis £4.50. Now these are the brands that are interesting. The reason why I say John Lewis is interesting is because you think about the price that it is new, and the people that will typically buy a brand like John Lewis, they're going to be people who, also that's me with the paid thing from SA Scruffy Bastard, people that buy John Lewis are probably going to be people who appreciate the value of it, so even on eBay I think it would probably transfer quite well. The denim journey, that's quite a nice one. It looks like a nice like engineered style fit, but I probably wouldn't get it. Primark, obviously not. You know, when I say it's quite a nice cotton tag, I don't know what it is there. Tokyo Laundry, how much is that? £5, probably not. But yeah, so have a little look. Shorts are always a good one. They're always like a highly requested thing. Let's have a little look at these ones. They're actually Columbia shorts. Hang on. No, they're actually Columbia shorts. £3. Have you got the Columbia logo anywhere? It's just got that own shade. Oh, it's got that. So it's performance. So Columbia PFG is performance fishing gear. Oh, it says it there wrong. Yeah. So I'd maybe get them for £3 because £3 is actually quite a good price for them. But one thing I'm always looking for out of anything is this. I'm always looking for these. So I'll look for like tags like that, and then I'll just do a very quick check on its country of origin. It's very easy to kind of see by certain things as a material. So made in Colombia. Okay, so I might look into something like that because it's not China or India, and it's nothing against that. It's just that that's where they kind of gone to like be absolutely mass produced. So quite nice, but you know, you've got to look at things that look like they've been made with a set intention. But you know, shorts are a good thing to go into, especially with when the season is. You know, you think about, what are they? They're quite cool. Counterculture. You know, swim shorts, there'd probably be one on eBay. I'd probably buy them if they were less than £3. £3 or less. If I can find the price. So £3. So I'd probably actually get them just because I think swim shorts can do really well. The Bermuda style does really well. French Connection shorts, they're very nice. Colour, embroidered detail, very nice. 36 waist, popular size as well. Probably in the top 5 sizes. The reason, I know you probably see me selling a lot of Jack and Jones, but not actually like looking at it in here. And that's just because the way I get it is a bit more affordable. But the price that they have in here, £3, it's the same price. I just have a little look at that because ASOS sell like the puffer jackets for like 65 new. This brand has not a quick devaluation, but it sits like not as good as like the Nike and Ralph, but it's not as bad as like the PLT and the fast fashion. So it's all about them kind of things. What we got? Jeans are always quite expensive, but you have to be very specific with how you buy your denim, I think. It's really good to look for it and it's really good to save it. Fun fact, it's probably one of our least popular products. Oh, here we go. It's probably one of our least popular products on like the kilo sale and stuff. However, it is definitely, you know, it's a good thing to try and invest in and try and look for. This is like all the same shirt. Okay. Tommy Hilfiger, £10. I'd definitely not buy that for a tenner from the charity shop. I think there's like, let me just turn it around. One thing that I've noticed about the charity shops, and also to the same degree actually, let me just balance you up here. So to the same degree, I guess like, how do I say this? So charity shops will price things according to how they think the market is, but they have like a delay with where the market is. So like bless them. But like this one, like that. Right, my phone actually has a vendetta for me. Every time I put it down, it will just stop recording. What I was trying to say is, shirts like this Tommy Hilfiger that's a tenner. The issue with the charity shop as much is that they have like I would say a semi-delayed reaction to where the price is. So like, they might think that Tommy Hilfiger is popular because it's always been popular within the sort of vintage and second-hand ecosystem, but what they don't realise is that due to the overproduction and mass production of Tommy Hilfigers, like modern stuff through Urban Outfitters and things like Tommy Jeans, it's been devalued just by a sense of its lack of exclusivity. What's the way to say it? Things are made less popular by the fact of their over popularization at the point of desaturation. I.e., if someone's like, I don't know, like Ralph Lauren t-shirts, they might have been made in outlet stores, but it's definitely a hard one. I'll try and break it down when we go on a walk a sec. Right, so let me just take this shot to kind of like let you know a bit about the depopularization and have a little walk down here. So what I mean by the depopularization is that brands like Tommy Hilfiger, right, made absolute loads of bits, and certain brands don't have the right decorum, right? So there's two ways of it, how it goes. I'm going to go to TK Maxx in a bit because I've got a video to reply to on a comment, but what I wanted to say is it's that you either have brands who sell their intellectual property like Ralph Lauren to have flannels produce it, or Tommy Hilfiger re-releases their stuff via places third party through like Urban Outfitters to mass produce their essentially mass produce their own funeral of their price. Like, the reason why certain brands hold a good price is because there's less of the stuff that you want, whereas like when something is in abundance, you're just not going to want it in the same capacity. Like, there's just a natural reason why Adidas probably hoodies are worth different to Nike, and it honestly sits along the line with like the way that the brand is pushed through the personal element, the way that people wear it, the way the word of mouth is. But one of the biggest like counteracting factors is the way that it's produced and the way that the garment's produced in its numbers. Like, I bet there was years where, despite the fact that Adidas were below Nike, I bet they were trying to compete with the production amount, because you got to remember, if you're producing more than the competition, then there's more options for somebody to buy your brand, and as a result, you win in numbers. So that approach can obviously have you sucking all your money into like production, and as a result, like declaring like less profitable, and as a result, on paper, like Adidas could have had years where they've made more stock, more product, but they've looked less profitable on paper compared to someone like Nike. But the question still, like the answer at the end of it is still like a key thing. Like, there's two different like ways that the price can be affected, and there's many different ways that brands will use the price in different ways. You know what I mean? Like, there was so many ways that they'll use the prices in different ways, whether it's in like a pop-up, whether it's like intellectual property. Like I went to... Also, I've got a vendetta for this whole... Who has this thing where whenever you go somewhere like with Wi-Fi, or like you're just walking through like a fucking village like this, like my village, and it's just constantly trying to connect me to Wi-Fi, so much so that it stops recording the video. Like, how jarring's that? Anyway, I'm about to go make a TikTok going into a charity shop, then I'm going to make a TikTok going into a TK Maxx, and then I'm going to go and get a coffee and bugger off. But this was just like a little clip in today's video. I think today wasn't even going to be... Hang on, let me just rest by this guy's leg. Today's wasn't actually going to be a big work day. I kind of thought, you know what, I'm not going to do a live, I'm going to take it easy. But I'm going to do a live, I'm not going to take it easy. Look at me and this guy, chilling. We're actually going to do quite a bit, and I've had a few ideas based on some conversations I've had this morning whilst in the gym. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Anyway, Chazaton. Like, yo, look at these mad brickworks here. Anyway, I've just gone and done the first charity shop video, and I've basically done it where, because this is something that you will notice, guys, as a result of like when you get around to doing these things, right? Let me just stop this chain from moving. But like, the one thing that changes as a result of like having different incentives is you kind of like start to figure out like a system to change things. And what I mean by that, without saying wise, is when you make content without realizing that there's like a carrot on a stick, you still make the content how you want it. But when you know that like there's like a performance metric at play, say for TikTok, for example, and even the same for YouTube, like, it's not to say that the content shouldn't always be the best form, but everybody, like, if you went and worked for somebody as a volunteer, versus if they said, you know, if you was a volunteer for somebody at a company and you just like uploaded products just to get experience, if they turned around to you and said, right, are you happy just getting the experience, getting a couple of free clothes, or for every listing you do, we'll just give you a 10p little incentive extra for it, like, you're gonna then start monitoring how many 10p's you can accrue in a set amount of time. So it's not about the money, but you can not lie that it's not always a part of it, just because of how not to get too flipping Nigel Farage question time flipping politics, but just the way that like the world and the ecosystem set up. If you're not trying to chase money and make sure that you're getting your money in the right places, you've got to be cautious. You just live a limited life. You know, I do the things I do so that I can enjoy what I enjoy. I literally enjoy having coffees, being relaxed and flipping chilling out, not hearing people screaming, but just like living this life that I live, and being able to do it without any stress or feeling blessed all the time is as a result of literally what are they saying? Just said chicken curry tonight. See, that's what I mean. Some people live simple. Some people are thinking about what they're having for dinner at 10 a.m. in the morning. Like, think about the scope of how much must be going on in between your ears. And not even in a bad way. It must just be really nice and relaxed. So yeah, I'm just going to go and grab a coffee, edit this TikTok. And then yeah, one thing I always find, guys, is even having a day off work is not a day off anything. Like, just been to the gym, going to charity shops. This is the other thing I'd say about it as well. With TikTok, even just having that. And same with like YouTube. I've said to myself, one of the things that I'm working on, so you guys know, is that at the minute, this is just a side note, this is just so you know, so shout out to you lot. We're about 4 weeks away, based on where we're at right now, 4 to 5 weeks, maybe 2 months away from monetization on YouTube, which basically means that once the wheels turn there, the TikTok money that's been accruing is going in a little pot right now that's basically going to get invested. I'm using it purely to show you things. I want to go to different countries, different cities, go to different charity shops, use that budget to work on something, not to try and spend money to make money, because I don't really need to like change the way that my tax sits or any bollocks like that. That's also another thing of why I'm trying not to do it so much like that, but just go and explore and enjoy, like, you know, one place I want to go. I want to go to Amsterdam. I want to go and show you like all of the like vintage markets that are there. Go and have a little like proper tour, like show you what's worth value in different countries, and just kind of like, I don't know, use that money for that sort of benefit, rather than going, oh, there's a few grand, let me just put it here. It's not a few grand. Do you know what I mean? Like, figuratively speaking. Anyway, Spen, time for a coffee and a flipping almond croissant, lad. And I'm almost certain that all these people that had the window open just here, I'm just going, what's he just said? An almond croissant, lad? Yeah, give it me. This is one thing that's super shit about like these sort of MCP car park, is like you have to, when you go to Pure Gym, you get the ticket to like put it in hand.
Please note that calls may be recorded for quality and monitoring
So long. It's flipping Matrix music. Look at this. It's going to open as well to the sound of that. Hang on. Look at this. It's like I'm playing PlayStation. Dun, dun, dun. Can you hear that? I don't know why it's put me on hold to open it, but yeah, this is what I'm currently doing. Okay guys, so this is like a live little bit of an interchangeable bit. So I've just come through to see Marge, what's good. And she says that it's not a problem we've got, but something that I think is good to note. So obviously with how we marked the shipping on this, we charged everything at £4 a kilo starting on the auctions. We based that hopefully on that we get a couple of bids and things work out. Now, based on the averages, we did actually do all right with it. However, a little bit of a problem that we've encountered is basically because, you know how you see these bags, right? Have you ever received something in the post that's just come in a bag or a sack like that? No, and it's really because the way that you have to send things is within a dimension that sits around about 46 centimetres in order for a set price. So just come to work, Marge just said, realistically right now, Royal Mail are going no, Every's not looking plausible, and Parcel Force are where...
Every only go up to 15 kilograms.
Every only go up to 15 kilograms, okay. And some of these can be between about 17 and like 22. So what we're realising from this is, we don't want to essentially, like, you know, get this bag and go, let's split it into two, because firstly, people that bought it on the live are going to go, have you taken something out? Creates that dubiousness, even though it's not that, it's more practicality. And then two, just that whole point of, this isn't the way, this is how you saw it on the live, but not how you're going to see it when you receive it. So I'm using the video to kind of say, right now, we're going to get the weights out, as in, not going to start getting the weights out. We did that, we just been to the gym. But we're going to basically make sure we can see which way is a good solution for it. So if anybody, I know there's a few people who bought that are local, we can do pick up collection offers, of course, and pick it up like that, because that is actually like a very logistical step. But for those that aren't, just letting you know that we may lose a little bit of money as a process of this. But what I wanted to show you is that sometimes when you jump to a new situation, it's kind of not going to work out straight away. Like, it's going to be challenges you face.
On it, and it says up to 30 kilograms, so you can do it for a tenner.
Yeah.
When you actually put it in and the ways it goes out, and we can't send that dimension, or it's like, oh, because you're adding that much weight, it's
that's it. So it's just, you know, you think about it, like most things that are with like are with, you got to look at it, okay? Commercial couriers such as Royal Mail have set sized vans. Most of them work with medium wheelbase vans, which essentially all of this wouldn't fit in one van. And if we're one customer that represents one like order, that basically means that nobody else would be able to use this facility of the van because he'd be using all this. Let me just go over here because it's super dark over there. And as a result of that, you pay a bit more of a premium, even though it's like a business use. So, you know, this is essentially like one of the things that wholesalers face, because what you would do is you would put it on a pallet, send it as a consignment, and mark things as shipping like this. We worked on a very low shipping price based on the compound, the compounding element of like, if someone won 2 to 3 bundles, they'd pay 30 quid, and then maybe we can work on something in a way to send it simply. But what I'm saying is, for those that have bought one, if you receive it in a different way, that it's like, it's going to come in a different way, feel free to weigh it, do all that stuff. Like, please don't distrust the process. It's just that we currently have to sort of figure out a system, because this can't be sent like this, obviously, because you don't see posts sent like that. So that's only the little block. I think it'll be quite an easy one. Once we figure it out, we'll know what system we're going forward with.
You just might have to increase the postage a little bit.
Yeah, the postage cost is going to get increased a little bit, I think, for sure. The live has just finished, as it bells tolls 1 o'clock, and these are the items that we just sent out today. Now, I did 30. Marge just literally said to me, she went, oh, was it quiet? And I'll be honest with you guys, it actually wasn't. Something that happened today, people bidding and starting their bids at like £4 or £5, which is so good, and that is actually why people are really good. And I want to tell you about community for that before I talk about what Marge's point was. The reason why, right, that's so good is that as people have to do £1 no reserve as a result of like it being a big part of the system now, those people that see how cheap the items are but understand the process that goes into it and then as a result bid more, they almost get it. And it's kind of, I had this thought yesterday, right? You know, I was at the car boot yesterday. Actually, I said to Marge, I was at the car boot yesterday, right? And I was thinking, you know, if I had to start my car right now and I couldn't, and I needed help from somebody, everybody there is on their own Sunday agenda, and they're all going to be thinking, and the reason why I'm thinking this is because the other day I actually had to have help because I had to have a new battery, as we know. But I'm thinking, that's a nice Von Dutch tea. I'm getting well distracted. I was thinking, it would take a lot for somebody to go, right, I'm going to help this person for the next 35 minutes, get their car started, get it up, because Sunday's so valuable to me. And in that same breath of would you be willing to do that is the same way of would you actually be willing to bid on an item that's £1 and there's no other interest and go, actually, I'm going to spend £4. Like, I'm going to spend 4 times more than I'm being asked to or in the option to, just in order to give them something back. And I think that's where more people doing little micro changes like that makes a big difference. But Marge, it makes a big difference, doesn't it? It changes the system. But, right, more importantly than these Ralphie shorts that are very nice, but this Von Dutch t-shirt's very nice as well. Where'd you find that? On the kilo sale? Yeah?
I thought it was a bit rubbish.
No, Von Dutch is absolutely big. Von Dutch is sick. So we've just had a little bit of a situation. So because obviously, as you guys know, these are bundles for Tilt. This is Tilt. This is Tilt. These are our bundle sales. That's our kilo sale. And this is the website and then the Depop. So Marge and me are a bit like a rattling ball of marble sometimes. I would say that we're pretty calm and content at this point. We've found...
Is it on me or is it on you?
It's on you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, like, I know, you can't tell, but it's... You don't have to do any funny faces. You can just, like, be receptive.
Just be like,
No, it's fine, but, like...
Well, I don't know what I look like, you see, because it's...
You look great, as Tony the Tyner would say. Tyniger would say.
Great!
Yeah, I don't know how to say words. I think I actually have verbal dyslexia. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
No, but you have it as well.
You also talk like WhatsApp when you're on 2 times the... You go,
Okay, so that's not helpful for this. What I was saying, my love...
Ow!
What?
That hurt!
What? You're your cheek.
That hurt!
No, look,
my
let's do
cheek.
that really slowly then. You can
No.
do it to me. Look, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I didn't do it like that,
You
did
did.
I? Chanel.
See, it hurts!
Have you got some of
You get too excited when you
Okay,
do things
okay.
like when you go... like, look, I just do this too.
I don't do that.
Do!
Oh.
Spot me with your rings.
Yeah, see, that's...
People have you show me teeth and then people go, oh, go and clean your teeth, what's wrong
Bearing
with
in
your teeth?
mind, this was not the reason I got the camera. It was to say that we have a lot of things that are going on and you've asked
Yes.
me to look for some stuff. So what do you need help? Have you got a phone with some pictures?
Yeah, it's easy to look on the website because the pictures...
I'll look on my phone, hang on. So the first item Marge is asking for help for looking is this. So this is the only rails that we have, right? So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and look for this because it does look familiar, but I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but the last lot, I don't know where you
Let's have a
put.
little look. Oh, the last lot.
Yeah, they're not on there. There's also a Grandad shirt, like a denim Grandad shirt.
Let's have a little look. God, this woman chats absolute bollocks. Shh. Can I just like look and narrate it myself? So, let's have a little look. Hang on, I'll turn the camera around so you can just see. Because this is just basically what we're doing, just individually monitoring all the items, just checking if I can see it. But if I'm being honest, we have this a lot where like, it looks familiar and I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but now I'm trying to picture where I've seen it. And if I've not seen it on here, I'm thinking, oh shit, where have I seen it? So it's something that luckily I know I haven't worn, which is always a nice benefit. So let's have a little look. I just need to see the item that you're talking about.
One's a Granddaddy shirt, which I have seen.
Really? Have you got a picture of it then? Because like you're just like, she's trying to say, I've seen a Grandad shirt. Hey, Marge, we see clothes all the time. So let's have a little look if I can. This is literally the appearance of it. Actually, it does look familiar. I'm thinking, where have I seen it? It's not looking good, bro. Oh, let me think. I have seen it, so I'm not going to refund it. Like, this is how we do it. Like, we have a few processes for how we'll look for things. And
One is this one.
let's have a little look. This is actually a great way of showing it. So show this. This actually highlights the stupidity of what happened. So Marge just found the shirt and it was actually underneath when I did a fit check. Now, this might be what happened with the tank top as well. Did I do that with a fit check?
Maybe.
So let's have a little look if it's randomly on this rail. So this is like...
What would you put it with?
I feel like I'd have put it with trousers or something, like a nice...
Yeah, so what they have sold is a pair of chinos.
Yeah.
So I've not checked if they're the correct ones. They look
These are just some of the nice items that we have that we currently saving for little projects. When we say saving for projects, we just pull them to the side and then we go, oh yeah, we'll do that. And then it's like, although I'm seeing this coat. I like that one. I want to try that one. So we've just got the last one to look for. So I definitely need a coat on to help me look for it at the same time. Oh mate, yeah, this is nice. What do you mean? Yeah, you know, if you was a chef, right? You telling me you wouldn't try your own birthday cake? I'm still editing, by the way. I don't know what I was using as my tripod. I've got this stupid thing just sat there. But yeah, in the process of still editing the video. We're only at 10 to 3. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. Good one at the car boot. I'm sure you lot wonder, how does Spen get such good thumbnails? Well, you know, what time we're on? We're on 1:15 and we've just finished it now. I literally just scan across there, find a good one, and then I save that. That's currently my process. But what I would say is I'm totally aware that YouTube thumbnails are about 50% important comparison to the actual content. So I know that by that standard, what you should be doing is, I'm just trying not to hiccup, what you should be doing is making as much time spent on your thumbnail as on the video. This is actually a note to me, so when I watch this video I can remember this, but with the time that I've got and everything that I'm doing, I unfortunately don't have the time to put too much effort in. But a bit of text on this and it should be all good to go.